'cause I haven't seen you in a while. You must have got lost in your head, 'cause I really miss your smile. Do you remember it?
Wait, what are we going to do, Nick?
We're going to the sanctuary to help out, give them veggies.
I'm excited. Are you excited, Sarah?
I'm so excited.
We'd spend our summers in the wildflowers, dancing in the rain for hours. All we knew was how to have some fun. Imagination. Oh, how I've missed you, my old friend. Oh, how I've missed you, 'cause we spent our summers.
She's been confined most of her life in small areas, so she never was able to gain the muscle mass to carry her weight. So she can't go far. I don't contain her. The door's always open for her. She can go anywhere she wants. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. She had a rooster who was her best friend. She would let him eat out of her bowl. They hung out together all the time and they slept next to each other.
Aren't they genetically manipulated to produce that much extra weight?
They are, yes.
And that's what's sad about it too, because they have to suffer for it.
Yep, they do.
Yesterday, I visited the Shore Sanctuary, an animal sanctuary here in California. Coming into it already vegan and already passionate about animal rights, I thought it would just be a beautiful experience where I got to connect with these sacred animals and give them love, but it turned out to be so much more. Some that I met were rescued from slaughterhouses. Their bodies were predestined to be packaged up and labeled as meat in a supermarket for human consumption. Looking into their eyes, I saw love. I saw emotion. I saw vulnerability, innocence, unique personalities, and a soul. There was one pig there who was a recent rescue. He came over to me curious yet apprehensive if it was safe, if I could be one of the few humans he might be able to trust. It took some time and lots of reassurance, but he began to let me in and eat cookies out of my left hand while I pet him with my right. It felt so sweet to know I was helping him regain trust in my species, but I understand. I too feel like I have to regain my faith in humanity sometimes. I'm hurt knowing that the fate of millions of animals every day is much different than theirs, and it lies in our hands. We pay for them to be tortured their whole lives just so that they can become a meal. I don't know how anyone could ever justify harming the life of another once they know the truth. The level of disconnect has gotten far too deep as a symptom of social brainwashing and marketing. I watched Seaspiracy last night and Dominion this morning to refresh my memory of the pain. Truthfully, I'm heartbroken today because of the amount of suffering I've witnessed by watching these. I don't want to hurt this badly, but I have to in order to stay connected to these injustices in a world that hides it all away as if it's not happening. Taste is never a justifiable reason to murder someone. We may not look and talk the same, but we're all here to share this planet we've been so kindly given to live on in peace. It's our duty as Earthlings to get educated on how our choices are affecting other species and the planet around us. So if you haven't already, please watch Seaspiracy on Netflix and Dominion on YouTube.
I've got too much to do. I don't have time for you. You're either in or out. I'm not slowing.
And they get them faster, so they can eat them faster, they get more money. It's all about money.
Yeah.
It's all about money. So the chemicals
yeah,
they have
so
in
they-
those poor animals, and just everything they do to them. That's why Rita's like she is, because she can't hold herself up anymore. They've made her body so heavy for the meat. Mm-hmm. It's just a horrible industry. All of it's horrible.
They changed their genetic makeup to where
They did.
grow faster.
Yeah, they
So-
grow them faster, right? And then they can't hold their weight when they get older, but they don't expect them to get older. They just kill them all. He's a very good lesson, because he's a baby when he was 6 months old, it was perfect because it's like here's the animals you're eating this age, this baby that sits down and takes cookies and does all kinds of things. So it really tends to touch people that way.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've changed a lot of lives just by letting them get to know the animals and know that they're people, they're animal people, but they are there.
On the other side, nothing can change my mind. I used to know your name, now you're a stranger.
You roll it just like once. Down. Yeah. I should have. They were really involved.
I'm grateful for sushi and food and for the people that gave us this, or helped grow this food and give it to the grocery store or whatever. All the work that went in behind the vegetables, whatever. And I'm grateful for the experiences I've been having in San Diego and how much it's inspired me to even more to move here.
Here, I'll go for you. No! Where are we going?
Balboa Park.
What's happening in the next few days?
Oh, I'm leaving tomorrow.
How are you feeling
Heartbreak.
about leaving?
I can't even talk about it. It makes me sad.
Tell me to come.
Parmesan. What? How did you do that? With cashews and nutritional yeast and garlic powder and salt. I'm so grateful that you brought like Tori into my life too. Yeah, I don't know.
She's a special person.
She's really special. The past 2 weeks have been so beautiful, and I feel like they've really been like grounding and like really encouraging for me. Like I feel like I've kind of been able to like connect back to myself and to like be really open with people like you guys who I like feel really close to. I feel like I'd kind of like close myself off in a lot of ways to most people, and it's been refreshing to feel really like safe to open up, yeah, and like really seen and valued. Yeah, I just feel like I'm like really like have come back into a really good space having you both around.
I know he is.
He's like lighter than Rainy was when she was a puppy, and she was like a third of his size. Yeah. How nice!
Saying goodbye is always hard, and it was really hard to say goodbye to Tori this week. But as the week came to an end, I also had to say goodbye to Nikki. For our very last dinner, we decided to make a feast. We love cooking together, and so it's just a beautiful way to bond. And for our last meal, we decided to make a veggie bowl. We cut up some of these really cool carrots. They're actually purple. And we also put onions, zucchini, and various other vegetables in a pan and sauteed that. Nikki also made some curried lentils. And I honestly don't know exactly how she does this, but I wish I knew because it was really the most delicious thing I've ever had. We cut up some tofu in some cubes and fried those, and the trick to frying tofu is to actually drying the tofu quite a bit with some napkins and then just putting that in a pan with olive oil. I also put seasonings like turmeric, nutritional yeast, salt, and pepper on the tofu. We put all the veggies and curried lentils in a bowl with some avocado, seeds, and rice, and we shared the meal together, our very last meal, and set our intentions for the next week apart from each other. I'm gonna miss Nikki and Tori so much, but I also know that we've built lifelong memories together and that they're going to be in my life for a very, very long time, and that makes me really happy.